All right, so this is our second attempt trying to do this. Uh, welcome back. Sorry about that. That's I guess that's our fault. I thought that we could put the trailer in the background because it was on the DC YouTube. I don't know how this shit works. I already cursed, dude. I already see it. See what I mean? I don't know. I forget that shit. I get too late anyway. I
I
forget that
think,
shit's a
I
curse
mean,
word,
yeah,
bro.
we get away with shit.
Yeah,
We
get
get
away
away
with
with
shit.
shit.
Feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, there's voices coming out of my phone. It's Zack Snyder's The Justice League um conversation apparently popped up.
Uh,
But yeah. We're gonna pick up from where we left off, that where the stream got cut off by the AI. Um,
right. Yeah.
he was taking too long to make a sandwich.
Taking long to make a sandwich. Then Barry goes into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Gets changed into his costume
Yep.
and goes outside. He's getting into his running stance, but he's still low on calories. He got this club of fangirls
Uh
cheering him
huh.
on. One of them's got a candy bar. He's like, "Yo, can I get that candy bar? I'm really low on calories." And she throws it to him, and he gets distracted. It hits his head, but he doesn't take the time to pick it up and get those calories in. That was really annoying. I was like, easily solve that problem right there. Just pick up the candy bar, bro. You're the fastest man alive.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to pick up the candy bar? You know? But yeah. And he goes off.
He
He
goes
starts
off.
running.
There's like a bunch
What
of
what?
stuff going on. Like it shows his like okay. We'll add this because it was it reminded me because it was in the trailer for a little bit. So when he starts to run, the effect that they use, I liked it. It was almost gave me, I don't know if tunnel vision's the right word, but I like
Mm,
the way it dragged the image across the screen and kind of smeared when it got so
mm,
fast, to a certain point. It was a nice effect. So
yeah.
that was cool. That was cool. It was supposed, it was a nice little like go show off the speed of the Flash and
Mm,
go to that. Then he gets to the
yeah.
the
The
bridge. That
Gotham
was,
City.
yeah. He get the a bridge in
Uh,
Gotham City, right?
I believe so.
Right. I think it's a
Yes.
bridge in Gotham City.
Yeah.
And then
And
what's going on there? I can't exactly remember what was going. What
so
like?
these guys in like a Jeep, they Batman says they stole like a virus from a hospital.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
They have vials of a deadly virus that they're trying to escape with from Batman. And Flash gets there to the hospital, and it's like a big sinkhole at the hospital. It's like the hospital is caving in and stuff. So Batman's like, "Yo, you're on cleanup control. Just make sure everybody's out the hospital
Yeah.
and such." While Batman goes and chases the other guys with the virus, you know. And some stuff happens, action, blah blah blah. But
Yeah,
let's
it's a
get
lot of
let's get
random
into
action
the
for a little bit. It's a lot of random action.
yeah. Let's get into the saving babies. Let's
Yeah,
get
to
into that
saving
part.
babies.
Yeah,
So I actually was
yeah.
told about, I don't know, wait, let's say, so you want to get these spoilers? Is spoilers to
Hmm.
speak, or just throw the scene in there? You want to talk about this scene?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
we're
Just talk about it,
we're
right?
spoilers now.
There's
Yeah,
spoilers.
yeah,
Yeah. Y'all took down our
yeah.
video, man. Y'all took down our thing. You're not our friends no more, man. Now, so basically, I was actually told about a specific baby being saved before I even watched the movie, and they told me, "You ready to watch the Flash put a baby in an oven?" And I thought he was referencing all the stuff that's been going on with Ezra Miller. But
Mm-hmm.
watching the movie, I saw the Flash put a baby in a microwave, and I was just like, "Well,
Yeah.
goddamn,
Mm-hmm.
this is
Yeah. And then that microwave still went through flames and stuff.
It
I
went
don't
through
know how
flames.
much protection that
He
is,
he he
but
in no he Indiana Jones the baby.
oh yeah.
He
No, that
Indiana
makes
Jones the
sense.
baby. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be the reference. I think that's why they chose fire, because I thought they were gonna. I thought the idea was like it was just supposed to break the fall, bro.
That's what I was thinking at
You
first.
think-
That's
I
what
was
I was
like,
thinking. But then I was like, wait, no, that
yeah, I
wouldn't
was
work
it'll
either.
work. He's like, it'll protect him from the rubble. I mean, but
It's like
and then
this was a very, very wacky.
it was no, it was
Very
very wacky. Honestly, it was almost like I thought of like the Suicide Squad when I watched that. You know what I mean? Like kind of that
mm,
kind of comedy, especially
mm,
specifically the scene where it shows all what 5 babies, 6 babies, and they all have like super crazy ways that they're going to like they show you how they're possibly maybe going to die.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like one baby has like scalpels falling towards it, another baby's going towards like what was it like? I feel like one of them had a defibrillator falling on it or something, and then like what was it? The other one had like a
Something.
propane tank or something. Like it was just random stuff, but like
Yeah.
just
A lot of
glass.
scalpels about to stab
Yeah,
one
yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like seven scalpel all pointed at it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
And
it
the
was like
dog
a
too.
crazy the dog falling from it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Flash.
Mm,
The fact that the Flash had to we get it. We know how the Flash works, but the fact that the Flash had
mm.
to ignore everything and we had to watch the Flash just eat burritos and chips
Yes.
and shit while looking at these babies fall and enjoy it
Mind
too,
you, these
because
fake looking babies.
he was they were fake
These,
look. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. They were fake looking babies. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was like,
That's a downfall. That's a downside downfall of this movie. There's a lot of everyone's talking about it. There's a lot of bad CGI. We'll talk about that naturally as we go along. Every scene, it
mm,
kind of because honestly, not thinking about it, there a lot of people aren't like it's a no now. You know, there's a lot of bad CGI. So I guess naturally we'll start talking about like yeah, we noticed it here, we noticed it there.
for
But
sure,
yeah,
for
so
sure.
he uh he saves the babies. Obviously, a little neat thing that I like. Okay, so all the other comedy was kind of weird for me, or some of the other comedy was weird for
Mm,
me, but when he landed it all the babies onto to the cart at the very end, you know, and
mm-hmm.
he saved the woman. Her reaction like to everything was amazing. People in my theater actually were laughing like pretty hard at that. Like
Really?
yeah, 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 people were actually responding to
Mm,
that. They're like it was like, you know, she was just like because it's like in an instant, you know what I mean? You were falling and then all of a sudden
uh-huh.
boom, you're fine. And then the Flash pulls a
Mm.
baby out the microwave. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like that's
Hmm.
that was perfect. When she started screaming again when he did that, I was just like, hell yeah, hell yeah. So that was a good scene. That was a good scene.
So it's very creative.
Yeah, it
Very,
was real
very, very
creative. It was weirdly
very.
placed. It
Yeah.
took me out like it was crazy, but it was fun. It
Mhm.
was fun.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It went on for a minute too, like maybe a tad bit long, but hey, it's something. It's creative. It's fun. You know, it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
You know and that's what a lot of this movie is. It's fun.
It's fun. No, no,
Mhm.
no. Legitimately, it's fun, and I'd
Yeah.
say that I'd it feels like you're watch. It does feel like you're watching a comic book. It's very like it's a very
Hmm.
like you said. It's a very creative story. It's very it's like, all over the place, but you get it. You know what I mean? You get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No,
but
sure.
so she
Mm.
saves the baby. I mean, he saves the baby. She's screaming. She passes out. Right? Did she pass
I
out?
believe so.
Right? Or
Oh wait,
did
no,
like
no.
no?
She hands him a baby. He hands her a
He hands
baby.
her a baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
then he's like, you should seek mental health, not with the Justice League, because we're not that good at that.
Dude,
You know,
and I was
but
like, whoa, bro. I was like, whoa, in the
mm,
theater. I was looking, I was like, what? I don't know how I don't know why. I don't know. I would take
mm,
that out, bro.
you would say that
I
out.
would have
You
took
would
that
say-
out. I would have put one of them ugly Ezra Miller faces on a body double on some reshoots after because bro, that had me thinking about all the I was already thinking about the movie like all the things going into the movie honestly even though that I was like, you know, just try to watch the movie. I was still thinking about it. And right when that
Mhm,
it started to die down and I was like I'm watching The Flash. He says that and I'm
mhm,
just like, ah, yeah, you're not, huh? You're really not. You got Amber Heard.
mhm,
You got Wait. I mean, well, he's not
Mm,
crazy, but he got depressionalized. Ben Affleck.
mm.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that. Like,
The mean pictures
oh,
of
what's
him
it
just
called? He got
smoking.
Jared
This.
Leto. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Everyone already
yeah.
talks about
Playing him.
Joaquin like he is crazy from the get go.
It's called method acting.
Man, I think,
Okay.
man, yeah, the same thing that
Yeah.
I mean, they're both Jokers, but they all have to do it. Except
Yeah.
the that I
Yeah.
forget his name, but the Spanish Joker, the one that was like, no, I'm just gonna
Mm.
act like I don't have a mustache.
From the '60s,
Yeah,
Caesar
yeah.
Romero.
There you
Yeah.
go. He was not a method actor. He was not a method actor.
No.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
uh,
Let me see. Let me see. There we go.
uh, that
I think your face only pops up on
Jeffy. Hmm.
I think because I think your face wasn't popping up for a little bit, but I fixed it.
Uh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's it now? So now he after he saves them, he goes and helps Batman now, right? He goes helps Batman.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes.
Uh.
No. Wait. We forgot the part that
Uh.
we forgot the part that we there was a back up a little bit. The part when they're on the
Hmm.
bridge, there was a fun little scene with him, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah,
Now that
yeah,
we're doing
yeah,
spoilers,
yeah.
there's a
Wonder
nice
Woman
little scene.
saves Batman.
And I like the fact that
Yeah.
they actually threw in Batman going like, honestly, if I really wanted to fight crime, I'd fight poverty. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. And he was it was cool. It was cool.
I would
Um
say this whole sequence with Batman, I like the action. I like the action with
yeah.
Batman.
I don't have an
I
issue with the CGI like people said with the fight scenes either. With the
yeah,
Batman
I
stuff, I
didn't
was like,
really.
whatever.
It just looked cool to me, especially like when his motorcycle blew up and he was just gliding in the air. Like that shit,
Yeah.
that looked cool to me. You know?
Mm,
And it's like that's Batman. It's like that's stuff we never get. We
mm.
never get with Batman.
And they straight
And
up they took a I feel like they took a right turn on it. You know what I mean? I always wanted to see Batman
mm,
move like that more often.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what this sequence especially I really enjoy because it feels even though there's a lack of a lot of setup in this universe, and it's just like very rushed. But this, it felt very lived in. Like this is a comic book where superheroes just crossing over and just coming at any time. And it's just
Mm.
like this felt like very, very comic booky, and I like this. I will say though, I didn't really care for that suit though, that Batman suit. Like I like that the fact they were like doing a little classic thing with the blue and gray, but that suit just didn't speak to me.
You're talking
It,
about
it like,
you're talking the one that
hmm,
Ben Affleck was wearing?
yeah,
I was messing with
yeah.
it. I guess I understand what you mean by the color pattern. I guess I get what you mean by that. I
Mm.
just took it as like I guess
I thought
that's
it
the
was just very,
material.
yeah.
It
I thought
looked
it
like
was
his
like,
suit had like it looked like his suit had a like a shield layering above it. Like
hmm
that was for like his the weird like you said, we saw him grapple hook onto to a vehicle and then like like just he Captain America to cross the entire freeway both sides, but on his shoulders,
hmm
like straight up
yeah,
just on his shoulders,
yeah.
bro. So that's Batman. That's Batman, bro. That's Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He's just armor, man. He just got armor. He's
Yeah,
armor.
but
He's
yeah,
fine.
he could have had. I'd imagine something we've seen him in before could probably do the same thing, right? Like a little bit more metallic.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but
yeah. I just felt like it had a little too much going on.
yeah,
It
no,
just
it
sounded
definitely
just
looked
sound
like a
like it
different
was.
suit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. But what do you think about the Wonder Woman coming in? Because a lot of
Dude,
people were saying before that their scenes were cut out, and Henry Cavill's scenes were cut out. But she
she's
actually
in
showed
there.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the fact I always like seeing Wonder Woman Gal Gadot pop up.
Mhm.
Originally I never really like I wasn't super excited like how some people didn't want Joaquin. I never had an opinion about Joaquin and all that, or not Joaquin. Heath Ledger. Joaquin, like people were
Mhm.
already like, oh, it's interesting as hell. But
Mhm.
when she pops up,
Yeah.
I'm happy. Honestly, I'm kind of sad. Apparently, people are. I didn't know that this, but people are saying that it's really gonna be her last time as Wonder Woman. right?
Apparently,
Right?
apparently,
I didn't.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate, but yeah, you know,
yeah,
it's she. Hopefully she comes back. Honestly, I want her to come back. Want her to come back. The
yeah.
Superman
Hopefully, man.
with the cut footage, man. Shoot, it's weird. I don't. If there is cut footage, I mean, oh no, there is cut footage, right? Like there
Mm-hmm.
is. That's the comment. There is cut
Yeah,
footage. Yeah, no, I don't
yeah.
understand. If people, that's got to be like drama. Honestly, I can't see.
Hmm.
Cause I mean, if you have it, like you know, like I'm sure everyone says this. If you have it, why not use it?
Right.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
he's in the movie. He's
Yeah,
in the
just in that
movie.
that news clip.
News
Yeah.
clip, and we see his face in the time speed force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the CGI
Hmm.
room.
Right. Yeah. The
Yeah,
CGI
I didn't
room.
like, and
Yeah.
I really didn't like how they did. I was like, why does it look like it's an inverse snow globe?
Yeah. We will get to that. We will get to
It
that
gets to
very
that.
soon.
Yeah. Keep it going. Keep it
Uh,
going. Keep it going.
but let's see. So okay, now this is where the Wikipedia plot it starts. Now that we've gotten to the point where it actually details out the plot. All right. So after helping Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman stop a robbery from oh Falcone's terrorist group. This guy was supposed to be Falcone. I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
Wikipedia.
uh,
Is
wait,
this is
Falcone?
I don't know.
Like, wait, that's Batman, right? Like Batman
Yeah.
Falcone?
Yeah, but Batman's like gangster like
I
villain.
mean, they're in
Uh,
Gotham, aren't they?
I guess, yeah,
Yeah, he went to
I
Gotham.
yeah. I don't know why is Falcone stealing a virus if he's a gangster, but hey, whatever, man. I don't, I don't know.
Come
Anyway,
on, man. The Joker's
so
not a biologist or whatever. He got fucking osium or whatever the hell he was. People.
it's like it's still whatever. Hey. But so yeah, so what's next? What's next?
Uh,
This is where Barry he starts calling his dad, right? He talks to his dad on the phone because his like hearing is coming up, or
oh
because of it.
wait. Yeah, he no. He goes back to his house or something, and he goes over some footage
Mm.
or asks or Batman sends him something.
Oh,
He gets
oh yeah.
the higher res or whatever the AI enhanced
Mm.
fucking thing video of his
Or
dad
the
getting
when
tomatoes,
he was
right?
at the
Getting
store.
tomatoes. He was in that video. He was getting
Yeah.
tomatoes,
Hmm. Yeah. The problem is that he never looks up.
mm.
Never looks up at the camera,
And
so
that's what
it's
he
hard
calls
to.
his dad about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then he's while he's on the phone, he like goes to his house, to his childhood house, and he's still on the phone with his dad. He's looking at his house and just reminiscing. That's when we go into the flashbacks, right, of him as a kid with his mom, and whatnot.
Dude, I didn't
Which
know Ezra had like,
huh,
or I mean, I didn't know Barry Allen was like Spanish.
I didn't. I that's something new they're doing for this. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
no
I didn't know
no
that.
idea. I was like,
I
well,
thought he was like Filipino.
yeah,
I
I'm
see
not sure.
Filipino.
To me he's pretty ethnically ambiguous.
Just about.
Ezra Miller. So
I could think about four,
uh, you about four?
about like four.
Mm, mm, yeah. So it's like yeah, make him Spanish. Like
I
I
could
thought
see it.
that was I never yeah
I could
I
see it,
could
but
see
I
it.
didn't
Yeah,
know. I didn't know, especially with named Barry
yeah,
Allen. I thought he was just a weird looking white guy or something.
yeah. No, I had no idea that was the case when she had that accent. I was like, oh, and started playing the Spanish music.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that was just
all right.
for. I think that was just for me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie.
The representation,
I
right?
think it was just for
How'd
me,
you feel?
bro. I think they're like, damn, Marvel had Namor. Gotta throw this in there.
So listen, gotta get the Latinos. Gotta get the Latino
Nah, it was
superheroes.
cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
I always like seeing that. I don't even know Spanish for everybody watching, but I do have, you know, I have memories of going to my families and hearing Mexican music, so I see that, you know. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. This is for me. But
Yeah. Uh, and
he's what he's yeah. It's just a flashback. They're dancing. They play. They have a
mhm.
song that's familiar with him that his mom used to sing all the time. Don't remember it.
Right, right.
Uh,
Mm.
but she is cooking and she needs a can of tomatoes. In the
Right.
flashback, she needs a can of tomatoes. She has a cute little conversation with her husband, with his dad, and then he goes off and gets the can of tomatoes. And then I guess Barry goes upstairs as a kid, right? He's upstairs in his room after a little while,
Yeah.
and then right
Mhm.
as he hears his mom scream downstairs, and then we see as the viewer, while Barry's going to see what's going on, his dad is just coming home. So it's like they're letting us know, yes, his father is innocent. In case anyone
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, he just loves his father and can't see that he stabbed her," but no,
Yeah.
he isn't. He is innocent. They go. He goes downstairs. Dad goes, rushes over to the mom, tells Barry to call the police, and then little or get help or something because little Barry runs out of the house.
Yeah, I did not understand that. Was he going to a different house to neighbors to get them to
I
call the
think,
police? Like, why
I
not just use?
think,
I,
I
I
think
don't know.
he was a little kid, but I feel like even as a little kid, he should know 911.
Yeah, just give me numbers. Just
But yeah, he does.
911.
I'm almost positive he says call 911,
Yeah,
and
he
and
does.
Barry runs
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
bro, bro. But okay. So Barry runs away, and then older Barry, he sees him himself. And the
Yeah.
flashback is now over.
Mhm.
And then
And Wikipedia says, overcome by his emotions, Barry accidentally travels back in time to earlier in the day. And so this is when he figures out that he goes into the CG room, the CG arena for the first time. You know, this is where you've been always like, oh, I have the power to go back in time. But it's like what do you think about this whole setup,
oh,
this
he
whole
okay.
thing?
Wait. So yeah, my bad. I was looking at the
Mm,
thing real quick, but he was
mm,
running, right? He was sad. He started
yeah.
running.
Hmm.
And then he
Right.
ran so fast that the thing first. Oh yeah, my first criticism is that I wanted them to use the exact same effect from the Snyder cut.
Mm,
I wanted, and
mm,
it did look similar. It looked similar.
mm,
Because like the
mm.
initial one before he makes it to the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like Zack the Snyder
It
Cut.
it,
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
similar. It looks similar, but I wanted the exact one because I remember when I saw that one, I was like, "Oh shit!" You know what I mean? I was like, "God
Hmm.
damn, that's the Speed Force. That's the one I know."
Uh-huh.
But he gets it. Eventually, he gets to the one. He gets to the room. Um, I thought it was goofy. I thought that was
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit too. And he was like, "Oh, where am I, man?" Even if I was the Flash,
Hmm.
I know I went through all that stuff, but I'm like, I was nothing for a minute, and now I'm back. That's a full LSD trip. That man, that man would have been gone. That man would have been panicking, bro. Um,
Right. This man is sticking his head through different
time.
moments in
I would have
time
already
and
been
fixing
panicking, bro. Cause who like
it.
at that moment I'm like, bro, if I come out, is there two of me? Am I stuck there? If I go back to where I just left, am I there? Like,
Right.
but
Right.
so he makes it there. Honestly, I feel like okay. So the way that I would have done it,
Mm.
if uh, can we jump to the end for a second?
Sure, sure.
For a second, okay. So by the end, you find out that the actual main character. We won't go into the names or whatever, but you find out that there's like uh what is it, that dragon that eats itself or whatever the hell, snake that eats itself, but it's a thing. The villain created himself, basically. The villain created himself. So if you jump to that point where the Flash finds
Hmm.
the thing, you could literally make it to where he goes back in time and like messes up the Flash because he was messing up the Flash. All right, just for real quick, and then back, but he could just and then start chasing the Flash down until he made it to the thing, and then discovered it that way or something like that. Or like I feel like I would have accepted that a lot more, something like that, than just him being sad, running really really fast with like not knowing. I mean, or even if he was like because is the Snyder cut, is that canon in this?
I mean, I would think it is like because his interaction with his love interest, what's her name, Iris. You know
Iris,
how she
yeah,
said like I feel like we seen
yeah,
each other, but I mean they went to college. She meant like after college. It was
yeah.
like, and he did save her in the Snyder cut.
But I must have been
Like he
thinking
did.
about you, yeah, because that was only like a second,
Yeah.
and then gone.
Yeah. Mhm.
So if that is
Okay.
canon, then I guess they could have just pushed it like they should have just so instead of him discovering this and then going to Bruce, he should have
Mhm.
they should have had him go to Bruce and then discovering this. They should have had him go to
Mhm.
Bruce, say, "Hey, you know that time when we were fighting Stephen Wolf, right? Stephen Wolf. Remember if
Yeah.
Stephen Wolf and I last minute saved all of us because I'm the Flash and I went back in time. Do you think I can go back years?" And then Bruce would give the same explanation that he gave, and
Mhm.
then the Flash tries. That would make more sense
Mhm.
than I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
connection, or what is it? What is that? Is that a metaphor?
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? Like, oh,
Mhm.
like so you run away from your problems, and the Flash ran so fast that he went back in time. Like, I get it, but no, you know what I mean? I
Mhm.
get it. No,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would have been much more compelling than when he gets the realization that he should go back in time from his conversation. Well, it's just we'll get to that, but
yeah,
his conversation with Bruce first.
yeah,
After he goes back in time for the first time, he talks to Bruce and like yada 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 yada. What if I could change things? What if I could save your parents, Bruce? I can save my mom and
oh
all
yeah,
that.
and that
Like
was real
Bruce.
manipulative of the Flash, bro. That was cold.
Yeah.
I was like, dang,
Yeah.
you really gonna hit? You know, I was like, Ben Affleck about to cry right now, bro. Like it looked like he hurt Bruce Wayne. Like it like Bruce Wayne kind of it
Yeah.
hurt him to say,
That
"No,
had a
I don't
nerve.
want it."
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
that was cold from the
Yeah.
Flash, but
Yeah.
yeah. What if I could save your parents? What I could save mine? I can make everything right, or you can make things a million times worse. I think he says
You can destroy
you could
everything.
destroy
Yeah.
everything. Um, Flash says, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah.
He goes home,
Yeah, and
right?
that's when Iris is waiting outside, and she
Yeah, yeah,
overhears.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, mm. And he invites her up. They have that conversation. I guess through that conversation, she like not know unknowingly gives him the idea to go to the store and make sure he puts the can of tomato, the extra can of tomato inside his mom's um, basket. Because in the first place, he forgot to get the tomato paste in the first place when he was a kid. So
Yeah.
he would think because he puts the extra tomato paste, that would change things
And
and
it
whatnot.
does, right? That is all it takes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's all
all
it
it
takes.
takes.
Just put one can of tomato, and then he goes back. Well, no. He
Yeah,
goes back to the Speed Force. He goes back to the
mhm,
time zone, whatever.
yeah.
And
Because
then
he's
he,
trying to return back to the present
uh-huh.
at that point, and that's when we see
I forget
um
his name
the
because of the show. I want to say Savitar all the time, right? But
Dark Flash,
Dark
right?
Flash.
Isn't
Okay,
it?
good. I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
I think you're right about that. Dark Flash. But
yeah.
you see Dark
Mhm.
Flash. He has it honestly was a pretty cool little intro. I was like, oh shit, like it like
Yeah.
they built up this Speed Force realm enough to where when you saw him, you were like, oh shoot, like he's not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah.
Um, he gets punched out, right? It's not a fight. He just gets straight up knocked out.
Yeah, yeah,
He
he
just
just
gets
gets
straight up
punched
knocked
out
out.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
And then he
yeah.
gets
And,
knocked out before he planned. But I don't understand why he didn't understand that he wasn't where he was supposed to be, right? Because ends up going inside
mm,
the house. He meets everyone, says hi. He's losing his mind a little bit. He sees his mom again after living his entire life after that moment without her.
mm,
And
mm,
it was actually a really nice moment. Actually, a lot of the moments like this with the mom actually did get me. You know what I mean? I could understand, like
yeah.
I said in the last stream. You know, what I mean, if people end up just watching this one instead, I saw a little kid crying about the fact that the Flash's mom passed away, and that he was the whole point of the movie was him going back in time to save her. But I could understand why that little boy could, because if it got me going like, oh man, I could feel the emotions. That little kid was going through it, man.
Hmm.
That little kid, he was
Oh
that was the
yeah,
whole world. You know what I mean? He
yeah.
was looking at his
Well,
mom like, I'll go back. I'd go back.
while the other kid is just like, I love my icy.
I
I
love my icy. I
just
like my icy. Uh, but
uh, yeah,
uh,
those emotional moments they did hit with
yeah.
the scenes with the moms. Yeah, and that got me thinking about my mom too. And like,
Hmm.
yeah, no. And so yeah, so he has that moment with his mom, and then he goes upstairs, changes, and goes back down. His dad's there. They all have dinner,
Hmm.
whatnot. And then they asked him how's school going. He was like, school. So he's like, oh, so at this point in time, like he's in college,
Yeah,
a
he's a
freshman year.
freshman.
Yeah, and then outside he sees his younger self walking to the house and with laundry and whatnot. He zooms out, pushes him down, and they go upstairs to their room and they have the conversation. The Berries meet each other for the first time. Barry and past Barry, 18
Hmm.
year old Barry,
And I did like
and
the take the way they wrote him. You know what I mean? I messed with
mm,
the stoner berry. I messed with the
mm-hmm.
yeah. It was a nice little. The theater laughed with every
I
every
was
one
about
of
to
those.
read that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
Yeah.
Ezra Miller really came through with that. His performance was great. Um,
Hmm.
the the conversation starts when, like, the whole superhero thing. It starts in the room, right?
Yeah.
It starts
Yeah.
in the room. Uh,
What
I
did you
can't.
think? You think the effect with them, both of them? You think it was seamless? Like,
It was on some scenes, it was really
mm,
good. On some scenes, it was really
mm,
good, and it made me wonder why the other scenes looked the way they did. Because
mm,
some of the
mm,
other scenes were like some of, like, the worst that you have ever seen in a
yes,
movie in a long time.
yes,
Like, to the
yes.
point where you think that Ezra Miller's face is melting.
Right. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is no lie. There are times where
Uh,
you will think Ezra Miller's face is melting, and Ezra Miller's face is on widescreen mode, like
yeah.
stretched
I
horizontally.
feel.
Like,
I almost feel like I'm watching young Indiana Jones. Like, why is his face
just
being
I haven't seen
CGI'd?
that yet.
Why
I
does
haven't
it
seen
look
that
like his
yet.
face?
That's sad to hear. I haven't seen a lot of reviews. Yeah, but
um,
um,
yeah, and so they started the conversation. He asked young Barry, "What date is it?" He says September 29th. He said, "That's the day I get my powers, or the day you get your powers, or whatever."
yeah.
So, so now they got to recreate how Barry gets his powers, so younger Barry can get his powers. And so they got to go to the Central City Police Department where it all happened. They go up to the lab. It's thundering and lightning. So old Barry sets young Barry in front of some chemicals, and
They're
they have a back and
arguing.
forth. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, why do I have to get struck by lightning? It's like you got to get your powers when. So, and then I thought this was. I mean, without this scene, we wouldn't have a movie. But it's like still like with the candy bar at the beginning, the Flash he can move out the way before the lightning
Yeah,
struck
you
him
would
to where
have.
he didn't have to
Yeah,
lose. Yeah, but of course we got to have a movie, you know. So lightning strikes them. Young Barry gets his powers, but in the process, old Barry loses his powers
yeah.
and whatnot. So and
Which
then
I don't know if
hmm,
that makes sense
I don't know either. I don't know either.
because specifically because he loses his powers, right?
Hmm.
No healing factor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When he got shot, I was like, this is a big ass hole in his back, right?
Yeah,
You don't got no
because
healing
again, just
factor
zooming in a little
anymore.
further, because if it shows that later on, like that's what
Yeah.
happened. Especially, well, actually being like yeah, a couple more minutes. They show Young Barry, right? It's Young Barry's
Mm,
back. It's right that you see heal up.
hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and it went straight to his heart, man. That should have been game over.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
again, like you said,
Uh,
no movie, no movie.
no movie. No
I
movie
don't
would
know
happen.
how okay, like, how would you fix that? How would you fix that? Like,
Mm,
is there a way to still to take away his powers and give it to the young one and have it make a little bit more sense? Because they straight up have to like, what is it like on a like? There was a little bit charge left. I was I was like, is that the
uh,
like?
yeah. I guess I would have thought. I'm not sure how this will make sense either. But my initial thinking, because I thought from the trailers that it showed that he would lose his powers, but my thinking was when he went back in time in the first place, like he doesn't have his powers. So I was thinking like when he got punched out by Dark Flash, I was thinking like, oh, his powers are gone now
Oh, because
since
in that
he's technically
universe, yeah, in that timeline, he shouldn't
yeah
have it.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
So
okay,
that's
okay.
that's what I was thinking. But like, no, he still got him. So that was a little weird to me, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause, that's probably how I would have done it. Um, mm,
I thought, you know what I thought
uh,
initially when I saw the lightning? I thought it was gonna be the
mm.
explanation why his like he was gonna get a different lightning change,
I like different
a
color.
different
Yeah.
color. Yeah, I thought that's what that was gonna
Uh,
be. Like it slowed him down for a little bit, and then he would get faster later on. Like that's what I
mm,
thought. But
I see.
yeah,
I see. I did have a question. So his lightning, it's always blue, but it's orange when he puts on the
no,
suit.
no, dude,
Uh,
I well actually
uh,
no, that's a good point. I think wait no, because he always runs with his suit, and
mm,
once he gets his powers later on. But
uh,
I
well,
feel like it switches back and forth, dude.
yeah, because when he's not in the suit, like it's blue. Like he has blue lightning
Ah,
when he's not in the suit.
the Youngberry has blue, but he also has blue lightning whenever he's at the end in the end battles.
But I'm talking about like even Old Barry, because like when he gets punched out,
Oldberry
like
has
mm,
wait, does Oldberry get blue light?
yeah, because when he pushes Young Barry, when Old Barry sees Young Barry coming to the house, like he zooms out and it's like blue lightning, and he's still got just regular clothes on, and he's got blue lightning. And even in his room, when he's showing young Barry his powers, like when he's stacking the couch cushions, like it's blue lightning
Okay,
when
okay,
he's
okay,
showing him
okay.
his powers.
Okay, okay,
So it's like
okay.
this
That might be the
the suit
explanation. That might be the
activates.
explanation. I think that's right. I think that's right.
Mm,
That sounds about right
like
then.
what does the suit do to make it orange?
I
Like
think.
what
Oh,
is
now
it?
that you say that, I think it's the energy dissipation thing that comes into play later on. The basically
Uh,
that where young Barry is essentially has Black Panther powers. You know what I
uh,
mean? That energy
okay.
buildup.
I see. Okay. Oh yeah, because he kept telling young Barry like, don't you gotta discharge that. You can't build it up. You
Yeah,
can't take. Okay.
that's the
Gotcha.
one thing I do remember.
All
You
right.
mentioning that, it's like that. Yeah, that's got to be connected. But yeah, okay. So
Mm.
Very suit is very specific, and that's why I felt like it was going back and forth, because honestly that was confusing me in the movie. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
did they just like make a visual change on some of these scenes and they just didn't change the rest? Like how they didn't change all
All
these
right.
faces. like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was like, maybe this is just a down the part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
so we're at he gets shot, they transfer over the powers. Now they have to get out, and it's a fun little scene once Barry figures out. He's holding young Barry in his arms because he's still recovering. He's healing. He noticed he
Mm-hmm.
healed though, so everything's fine. But they're sneaking their way out. A little easy, too easy that I would think for a police department. There's like two guys in there, right?
Yeah,
But
and the whole police department.
in the whole
Yeah.
thing, and literally like they're making a decent amount of noise walking around. It's very quiet,
Yeah.
and there's like
Mm-hmm.
an echo. You can hear it, but
Right.
they make it out. Oh, they don't make it out yet. Barry tries to phase through a wall like he did earlier before. But they showed it
Mm-hmm.
twice. We forgot to mention they showed phasing twice. And he tried to do it and it didn't work. And then after trying a couple of times, he just it goes into his whole little his getting ready to run phase, his whole little setup, and he just
Mm-hmm.
does this goofy run, and it felt like they were doing like if you ever seen those this song with no music, just the steps and the things
Mm-hmm.
clinking on the floor and stuff like that, and it
Uh,
just like Ezra was
yeah.
just doing this funky run across the halls or whatever the hell, and I was actually laughing at that too.
Mm-hmm.
That got a little laugh out of me. Um, then what ends up happening? He tells. Does he tell Barry? Is this part where he tells young Barry that he has to phase?
I believe so.
No, I don't. No,
Yes.
no. Is it?
Uh,
Cause no, I think he shows. I think he does it for the first time in the apartment. Yeah. He does it for the first time in the apartment.
oh, okay.
So how do they get out of this place? Let's see if we can remember how they get out of this place. He doesn't
I can't
face.
remember how they.
Does he just sneak
Uh,
out? Does he
I
just? I
guess
don't think he sneaks. This. I will give it to him. I guess we'll give it to him. I guess.
yeah, I don't remember at all how they got out. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, anyway,
That's
they go back to the
crazy.
apartment.
They go back
Young
to the
Barry's trying out
apartment.
his powers.
I think they just snuck out.
And
That's
then
crazy. There really were just two guys there. Like that's. I think that's what happened, dude. Our
yeah,
fault. Our fault.
yeah.
If we don't know if we're getting that wrong, but we're pretty sure they just left.
Mm-hmm.
But
I used to, yeah, from what I remember, yeah,
dude, especially
yeah.
after an explosion, minutes after that happened at a police department,
A
police
police
precinct or
department.
whatever. Yeah, after the police department, people would, firemen and some new more officers would be there already waiting, being
Yeah,
like, "Why are you coming out of the building?"
right.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen. They make it back home.
Mm.
They start talking. He starts explaining the powers. Young Barry starts zipping around the room, acting goofy, while jumping on the bed. That was pretty. That was good. That was a good scene. And then runs out. No, does it a couple times. Barry keeps on trying to tell him. Our Barry keeps on trying to tell him, "Hey, this is something you need to watch out for. This is rule one, rule two." And
Hmm.
he's being ignored. And eventually young Barry goes out into the streets, and within, I mean, he's the Flash, so I guess what, in 2 seconds, he probably killed like 10 people,
At least,
at least 10
at
people,
least.
because there's a lot of cars flipping, there's lights going out, there are babies on machines, people on life support, there's a lot of goings on, and
Hmm.
he shut down the city.
Yeah,
He shut down the
yeah,
city, took down the grid, and again he caused a whole bunch of wrecks. I think a tanker blew up. And came back, and it was
yeah.
like ha 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 ha. I was like, yo, the Flash just murdered people, bro.
Just very innocent people.
Like there are lots of dead people. Uh, but then he says,
Uh,
hey, what was that? I get. Is this where it leads to like the phasing thing? eventually, right? And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and he's like, you don't
Yeah.
want to try it. It's super complicated and that. And he starts shaking, and I was like, oh, is it gonna be like a funny thing where young Barry is more talented with the Speed Force than our Barry is? But no, he
Mm-hmm.
phases through the ground like that X-Men chick, and he ends up in his female neighbor's apartment while she's like what showering or something like that, or just
Something like
like or
that. Yeah,
just something because
she
or
just
I
screams
guess you
very
see a
loud.
man fall from the sky like from your ceiling. I think you're gonna
Yeah. A
scream like
naked
that.
man at that.
A naked man, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'd imagine you
Uh,
still scream like that. So
mm-hmm.
he did that, and then he came back upstairs, and he was like, "That's your fault because you told me what phasing was." Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happens after that? No, I'm not drawing a blank.
And um, shoot, what does happen?
I think oh they start trying to research. I think they try to research superheroes.
Oh, the next morning, yeah,
The
and
next
he
oh
meets
okay
all the
that's why
roommates.
okay that's why it's not yet because
Uh,
what ends up happening is they had to go to sleep or but there's the Zod thing happens, right? They're walking about before they try to find other superheroes. They're walking
oh,
about,
okay.
and
Uh,
I think it is the next day, right? Because
yeah,
it's
next day,
daytime. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it's daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing anything important before that though? No, right? It just
Not that I can
right,
remember.
yeah. So it's daytime. They're
Yeah.
walking about, and they go into like a bar or something like that because Barry notices it starts to rain or something. I
Mm-hmm.
think the weather starts acting funny, so he goes inside because he's got a bad feeling. He thinks he knows what's happening, and you see that Zod is taking over. He's invading Earth, and which I
Mm-hmm.
honestly I started getting excited at this point. I was already like, okay, this is what I came here to see. Honestly, I'm interested in this.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I will say,
very
really
go ahead.
convenient that he gets his powers a day before the events of Man of Steel happens. I'm just
Oh yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. That was. I mean, well,
Mhm.
technically, no. Everyone else is kind
Mm,
of just that way. Aquaman was born that way. I mean,
mm,
Cyborg is a semi, but he was already around a little bit before the
mm,
Steppenwolf came around, I guess. Right? He was just like
mhm.
doing his own thing. So yeah, yes. Flash
Yeah,
literally is the one who was like, yeah, here's your first time experiencing this stuff. It's gonna be like worst case scenario, man.
mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but so
yeah.
the Flash
Mm,
sees this. He starts panicking, and then that's when he's like, "We need to get the Justice League because we need Superman." Young uh, Flash does not know who Superman is. He's like, "Who's that?
mm,
What's a Superman?" I think he says. Uh,
mhm.
he starts explaining the alter egos and all that, and then they go home to research.
Yeah.
There is no
Meet huh.
Wonder Woman. There's just a magical old lady. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's in the thing. There's no. But she was always secret, right? Even in the Snyderverse, she was always
Yeah.
secret. So there would be no
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
The
Aquaman's dad didn't marry the queen.
that was
Didn't
hilarious.
never.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious, dude. Um, I'm glad that they got the actor back. That was like just having him right there, and then they, no disrespect to the
Mhm.
actress, but the compared to Miss Mermaid, uh,
Uh-huh.
it was like he was he was like, oh, you think you're funny, huh? And this is like, oh, he took that to heart. You know what I mean? My wife ain't no mermaid princess.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but that was cool. That was funny. Uh, what else? Did they look for anybody else? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did look up Victor. He looked up Victor, but he saw that Victor was
Yeah.
having a good life. So
Yeah,
good
yeah.
for Victor.
Mhm.
And
Football.
I like how he was like, I guess he's not I guess he's not cyborg yet. I was like, bro, hopefully he won't be. You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
depressing.
I bet his dad is like pays attention to him and everything, bro. Let him do his thing.
Mhm. Uh, another thing I found interesting in this scene, like kind of just like a little funny. when they're having the conversation about Back to the Future or just like movies in general, how there's different actors for different movies. Where they were saying like Top Gun, it's not Tom Cruise, it's Kevin Bacon in
Oh
Top
yeah,
Gun.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Back to the Future, it's not the original dude. It's a different guy or whatever,
Yeah, it
and
was
that
the
that is an actual thing that
yeah. I
happened.
found out about that after the
Mhm.
fact. I didn't know that while I was watching the movie though. I
Uh,
was like, well, I mean, I figured that, but I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I thought some of them are jokes and some of them
mhm,
are references.
mhm,
But
mhm,
that was fun. That was fun. That
uh,
was good. That was good.
mhm. Last
Uh,
person they tried to look was Batman, and one of the roommates like, "Oh, Batman," and Barry's like, "So y'all do have a Batman here?" It's like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
nobody's seen him." Yeah. Mhm.
I did like that. I like that intro actually. The fact that somebody said, "I'm Batman." Like,
Mhm.
that was nice.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Barry immediately knows to look for the Wayne Manor. Goes straight to it. I'm surprised that what's it called, young Barry doesn't know who
Mhm.
Bruce Wayne is.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
get that he's like an
Yeah.
older billionaire, but like if he's like, you know what I mean, the Bruce Wayne that we know, then he would have been like the guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
To
Yeah.
everyone. That's
Mhm.
Elon Musk for Gotham. I mean, or like for the
It
world. For the
is.
world, that's literally Elon Musk. Like he literally owns a big tech company, big millionaire, billionaire, whatever. Like,
Mhm.
well, I mean, Bruce Wayne case, he's like suave and stuff like that. Elon's kind of like autistic suave.
Autistic as well.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Mm. So they get to Wayne Manor. It's Wayne Manor up from the 1989 movie. Just everything is left the way it is. It's a
yeah,
little dusty, little spider webs everywhere. Like, um, when they go to the kitchen, uh,
yeah. I don't. That
and
was weird that they went to the kitchen. I was like, out of all the places, I would figure that the
uh,
first place he would go to would be the Batcave.
yeah,
You know, even in the
yeah,
manner, like, or I thought he was gonna go straight to a way to get into the Batcave through the manor that he knew about or
hmm
that he thought he might know about. Um,
right, yeah.
but yeah,
I did have a
they do go
question,
to the kitchen.
uh, is this? How does he know exactly where Wayne Manor is?
They're
Because this
saying
isn't
it's
the
the exact
same.
same one. They're saying that because he literally has to go
Yeah.
to, he goes to the, to get into the, well, okay, we'll get there, but he,
Mm,
he's going through the kitchen and eventually, boom, Batman shows up, sweeping up, coming. I thought it was gonna be a weird, like a old steroid out, like decrepit Alfred for a second.
oh,
Yeah, I was
oh,
like for some because I didn't think that because I don't think the trailer showed Batman with the gray hair all the way down and like da. I didn't think I was gonna see him like
mm,
that. He looked straight up like homeless and weird. Um, but yeah, he sneaks up on him on a table, starts attacking, and he ends up messing up uh Future Barry. And past Barry's able to block every single attack, and eventually it leads to Bruce Wayne, Batman lunging after past Barry, and he literally just has to move out the way, and Bruce Wayne face
mm,
plants into like a cupboard, honestly, and
yeah,
that was a bad look for him. I was
yeah. Years have not been kind. Mm.
not even just
You can
that; it's
still
just like
move.
that's him back in the day too, versus the
Mm.
Flash. You know what I mean? It would have been. It's like, man, that's why I feel so bad whenever you have to make scenes with Batman next to superheroes. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like so.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it only
Yeah.
works when he's behind the computer and he's like giving strategy and stuff like that to the people.
Mm. Yeah. Or prep time. Gotta have that prep time.
Prep time.
Yeah.
That works. You need the mech suit. Iron Man's got him beat, and that's. I know he has mech suits, but you know, Iron Man's is
Mm.
better. It looks cooler. No, except Batman
Yeah.
Beyond. But either way, off topic. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They fight. Um, go down, and then they eat soup. Right? He starts cooking because
Yeah,
did he say
spaghetti.
anything before, like, to start the conversation, or is it just like I'm listening or something like that?
Um, the Barry, our Barry says something cheeky, I guess, and then Bruce is like, "You guys hungry?" He just starts
Okay.
making spaghetti for them.
Okay.
He's like,
All
yeah,
right. Well, he starts making
and then
spaghetti.
that's when he explains the multiverse with the spaghetti
Yeah.
to them, and honestly,
Uh.
he believes him right off the bat that that Barry, the other Barry's from the
Yeah.
future and
I
whatnot.
would think that Batman at this point, especially with like a villain like Hush, I'm sure there's
Mm,
other villains that would be doing similar things. But
mm,
I thought that he was gonna question whether or not this, like you're leading to, like, if the story was real, and like kind of test them first. You know what I mean? Some kind of way,
mm,
or mislead them a little bit. But no, it was full throttle. Like, yeah, I'm down. I believe you. Um,
mm,
I did actually really like the spaghetti analogy that they used. Uh, I
mm.
was like, I kind of get. They were straight
Mm.
up throwing shade at Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
with
was like, you
Endgame.
see this line, and then it splits. You know, it kind of looks like Marvel's thing. That's not how time works. I was like, okay, okay, DC, okay, DC.
There are
There
consequences.
are consequences.
Uh,
Um,
yeah,
uh, so he
man,
does
I get it.
that.
And then they
Uh,
ask for his help, and he
he
says,
says no,
"Nope, I'm good. I'll pass." Right.
and then they break. Okay, and now we're
Uh,
here.
mm,
And now we're here, and then
mm,
this is why it has to be the exact same building, because he goes to a manhole that he knows the
mm,
location of somewhere around the manor on the property that leads to the
mm.
Batcave.
Right.
So that's what's weird. So they're implying that this entire time it's been that building, like the same layout, I guess. Just maybe not the same
I,
architecture, but the same layout. That's what they're implying.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Even though it don't look like it, but
Or
hey,
one of the
we'll just go with
one
it.
of the constants is that
Mm-hmm.
that sewer cover is there. You know what I mean?
Mm,
That's
mm-hmm.
fate.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
they go in the tunnel. They go to the Batcave. Young Barry phases through it to get down there. He unlocks it for older Barry, future Barry. They go down
Mm-hmm.
there. Younger Barry loses his shit. He starts getting excited, going looking at everything. We get to see the old Batmobile. Young Barry unveils it, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice little movie moment. Does he hop in immediately? Right, he hops in, hangs out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Future Barry goes to the supercomputer, right, immediately. And then
Yeah.
starts researching Clark Kent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Does a little bit of
Mm,
research. He tries to look at at first he sees hospital records pop up, and then he goes, no, Clark Kent would have been born here. And then he starts looking for at a certain point, starts looking at alien uh spacecrafts that might have entered the atmosphere or whatever. Because
mm-hmm.
Batman has a back work or a back, I don't know, back leak, I don't know, whatever, to NASA.
Yeah.
Uh
Uh,
so Barry eventually doesn't find it, figures out he can't find anything, and he looks at the little red dot that he sees in the top right of all the monitors, and he's like, "Hey man, I know you're talking to me." And then says a bunch of, your classic, like, "Hey, I need your help," right? And then after saying,
mm,
I know you're watching me," he goes, "So if you are there," I was like,
mm-hmm.
"You already called your own bluff, bruh." Um, but he says if you are there, I could really use your help or something. And then he like knocks out at the desk, and Batman gives him some files, and he wakes up. He's like, I found it. They have Superman in Russia, and like I thought that either way they get there. It's really fast. They kind of they go to Russia pretty
They
quickly.
moving quick.
Huh?
Yeah, like they moving
Yeah, they
real
moving
quick.
quick.
Like
Yeah.
they,
Well, let's there was a nice they did give us a nice little reveal of the Batwing that lasted like 2 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I will say too,
it started
they
coming
had a
down and never like it took a minute for it to come down, bro.
yeah, yeah.
But
What quick they little Easter egg when Pasbury he has that bag,
yeah, I
that
like
laughing
that.
bag. Yeah, yeah,
Ugh.
that was
I didn't know. Again, this is one of those things where I only kind of knew it was a reference, but seeing it, like even just the idea of it was like, oh, that's cool, that's neat. Like, um,
yeah,
but I get it. So yeah, then Batwing, they get inside the Batwing, they start heading off to Russia, and then there's this is the night scene where they're up in the sky and they go into like the ejector seats. It lowers them below the aircraft, and like the whole movie, Young Flash is going crazy. He's loving the moment, and then they ask him where Batman's parachute is, and Batman just smiles and he just drops down. And we get a nice little scene from the trailer where the Batwing is over the moon just perfectly, and you
nice
get
shot.
Batman gliding down, and they're like, then the flashes go ahead and go down. I forget who goes down first, but yeah, they go down. They don't show them. Yeah, they don't show them going down. They just show them falling, and then you see them walking with the parachutes
It's like a weird
forward.
cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they probably had something they wanted to do, but it didn't come out the way they wanted or something like that. They decided to get it out, but
Mm,
so you see that
yeah.
they go to you see them sneaking around. Obviously, Future Barry is having an issue keeping up with everybody. They make
Mm,
the they eventually get inside, and you see some takedowns, right, from Batman.
yeah.
Yeah, you see some
Yeah.
takedowns.
Yeah. Bumping up
Uh,
some henchmen. Yeah,
keep us
some Russians.
entertained. Uh,
And then yeah, Batman splits up. He leaves them. He just goes AWOL. And it's just the two berries. And they make a room. And then the alarm. The alarm starts going off and stuff.
okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That I thought that was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But I guess they had a plan. Like maybe I felt maybe they did fill us in on that, but it felt like that was just like a random thing that they split up. Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was. He said he was like, "Where's Batman?" He was like, "I don't know." I think like right,
Oh yeah, they just had to do
right,
that to give us that cool scene of him like
Y-
jumping down and taking everybody down.
doing stuff. Yeah, Batman
Yeah,
just got so excited. Yeah, Batman just yeah.
mm,
But
that was a cool
they
scene.
eventually
Like,
find the spaceship. Wait, is that
yeah.
before the
Oh
spaceship? Before
no,
they find the thing?
no, they
Is it?
the spaceship. They just find where she's held up, right? They don't ever find it like a spaceship or
Yeah,
anything.
not the spaceship. I thought it was a spaceship. My bad. I remember it as a
Mm,
spaceship. But yeah, the thing, the ball.
yeah,
That's
she's
after they open it, right? Or
yeah, yeah. That's
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, and
Okay,
they
so
go
yeah,
in
they find the
there.
thing, they open it,
Mhm.
and then like you said, fight starts. I think, and it's there that Batman comes in. Batman's already there. No, 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 yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's before they find the ball. Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. All
Okay.
right, all right.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. So because once they find the ball, they start zoning coming in on them. Right. So they find Supergirl. They fight. They go ahead and grab her because Batman was about to leave her. That's cold hearted. I feel like Batman should have.
Mhm.
I don't know why they added that in there. Batman would have saved her. All right, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Flash decides to pick her up, and they go. He's like, "I got you," and I was like, "Damn, you moving on from Iris like that? You gonna stay here, bro?" I was like, like, because I was thinking that was Future Flash. Cause I saw the
Oh.
suit, you know what I mean? Because it was confusing me, no lie,
Mhm.
you know. But well, I mean, shoot, even past Flash, dude, no lie, huh? No lie, past Flash or too.
With
It's
the
like because
hair.
I was thinking of like Future Flash on some Captain America, but no, past Flash because he was already going to go on a date with Iris,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
right? He was dating
Yeah.
Iris. He was dating Iris at the
Mhm.
time, so he sees Supergirl. He's like, dang,
Mhm.
that's crazy,
Yeah.
unloyal.
Uh,
But
nah.
they're running out. They save him. Uh, they save her. They ghost. Oh, okay. So they start going down the hallways. They make it to like this elevator, and Batman's like rigging it up, and they hear people coming in close at some point. And there's like some fighting right through the hallways a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but they eventually they
Barry,
get to an
young Barry gets
elevator.
shot in the leg too,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like
Barry
he's
gets shot
like,
in the leg. I think he pushes somebody, and I don't even think the guy shot him. I think he pushed the guy, and the gun fell and went off.
mm,
Cause Barry like literally pushed, he Barry is like far away and like pushed him to the wall. You know what I mean? And then the gun just kind
yeah.
of went. I'm almost positive. So Barry shot himself, and he starts limping around. And then yeah. That's why Batman has to think of a way to get them all out. Uh,
Mhm.
and he puts a C4 charge. And then he's doing math in his head, and he's like asking people like how much everybody weighs and stuff like that. And he like moves the charge from like level 6 to what 12 or something like that. I think it goes like max or something. Says something on the
Yeah.
screen, and then they blast off into the sky with Supergirl, and they all like fly out, fall on the ground, and then you see the camera starts following the ground, and you see Supergirl's hand like all nasty and
Mhm.
uh malnourished, and you see her slow like
Mhm.
well honestly real quick get healthy. And then she goes off
Mhm.
camera, and then and then you see all of them get held up, and I thought this was funny because Batman wasn't looking at Supergirl. He was looking at everybody else, and everybody was looking at Batman. And Batman, his hand,
Uh,
like it's like Batman knew Supergirl was about to go crazy
yeah, that was
because
weird.
they were getting
Yeah.
detained, which was surprising too. I thought they didn't. I was surprised that this secret Russian government facility did not just kill these spies that just released
Mhm.
their test subject. That they now need to really be focusing on them on
Yeah.
Supergirl. But yeah, they want to detain them, and Batman raises his hand and is like, "We're about to destroy you right now." And Supergirl ends up going
Mhm.
crazy, saves Batman during the fight. It's a nice little. Uh, honestly, it was cool. If this was a rated R movie, Supergirl would have been breaking necks, breaking legs, and
Oh, for
they do
sure.
show her like the bodies. People are doing scorpions. People are doing scorpions. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Ragdoll. He
Which are
was like
always
throwing them
lovely.
like ragdolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throwing people,
Yeah.
and they're in an open area, so she's able to throw people off screen, far away. But they're landing people. They're landing.
Mhm.
All right,
Mhm.
they're in the mountains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ain't no soft
Um,
landing. They dead.
they're
They dead.
they did it
They
did.
dead.
Uh, but
Mm.
they go crazy on him. Obviously, they win. I don't think anything super crazy goes down after that fight is over. They talk for a little bit, and there's a quick, classic conversation of these people hurt me. Humanity has hurt me. Zod is
Mm.
attacking or like she knows Zod's in the area at this point. They tell her, and
Mm.
she ends up having some sort of like disdain towards humans, and leaves the conversation, doesn't agree necessarily to help with the situation with Zod.
Right.
And then they go back to the Bat Cave.
Yes. Yes. And
They go back to the Bat Cave. But we're gonna be writing like fan fiction at some point. We forget, bro. It's gonna be like our own script for the movie.
and
But they go
that's
back
when
to
they
the Bat
try
Cave.
getting Barry's powers back.
uh,
Right. That's
yeah, they try to
they
get
do the
yeah. They're
experiment.
getting desperate. They're getting desperate.
Uh,
Um, they start trying to get it, and then they mess Barry up. They using some type of circuit, some from Batman's on a old messed up machine Batman got that was probably like
mhm,
used to charge the electric Batmobile or whatever. But he
mhm,
does and it looks super Frankenstein. I feel like
mhm,
Batman had enough supplies, and they could have bought something on Amazon that looked nicer than that. Like the shelf, at least. That's the one I was talking about. I was like, like literally, there was nothing about the science shelf in the police department that was special. It was a shelf. You know what I mean?
mm,
So
uh-huh,
just put more
yeah,
shelves. Uh,
uh,
it had like hooks and shit. He put a bat signal antenna in the sky. So if
yeah,
he didn't make this, if he didn't have this already, like he like you know what I mean, like it's a dire
mm.
situation. This man was like, I'm gonna make the satellite a bat. Like, come on, man, at
Gotta
all
make everything
times,
a
bro.
bat.
Because this couldn't have been an old device that he had. Yeah,
Like,
what
what would he
other
need it
situation
for?
like would Batman? Yeah, what would Batman ever need that for? It's not even a what if. Like, okay, what if Batman? What's your what if? He wouldn't have one. You don't need a
Yeah.
Frankenstein chair. But he had a Frankenstein chair, and he made the satellite a bat, and he shocked Flash, and he was like, it didn't work. It was this big build up. I thought it was gonna work first try, and they just showed Flash straight up like burn victim up. You know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people who hate Ezra Miller were very happy during the scene because Ezra looked like he was going through it. Yeah, he looked like he did
Oh
some
yeah.
method acting in that moment, man. That man said, "Shock me." That man said, that man came to the set, said,
Shock
"I
me
brought the
for
machine.
real.
Shock me.
Do it.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Uh, let's get nuts." He got shocked, and then he told Batman, "Do it again, do it again." And then Batman said, so Batman's the greatest detective. Batman looked at everything that just happened, and he went, "This seems like it might work this time." And he tried it again, and then it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. And
All out of
he was just
juice.
like, the circuit's
Mhm.
fried. All out of juice, circuit's fried. And then Supergirl comes back. It's raining outside still. She's like, hey. She grabs him, and then she goes into the sky, and I'm just like, well, she's flying up there, and I'm just thinking, I'm thinking to myself, like, are they saying that it's not that the chemicals gave the Flash lightning? It's just that there's something about Barry that getting struck by lightning is what gave him powers.
I
Because
don't know.
all
I
that
mean, he's
happens,
still
and I mean, I
covered,
guess the
doused in the
chemicals are on
chemicals.
him. His
Yeah.
chemicals, yeah, he's covered in the chemicals. So I'll give him
Mhm.
that. But it's like, why not? Then
Uh,
why not just splatter yourself with the chemicals real quick before you shock yourself? I guess he was trying to be
uh,
that's what I mean, like, because they made it seem like it had to be exactly. That's why I was like, oh, so it doesn't have to be exactly the same. It seems like it
mhm,
doesn't. He can go fine. I'll give it that. Here, hey, you could put the chemicals on first. Go ahead and lather,
mhm.
and then get your
Uh-huh.
lightning. So he got
Yeah.
his lightning. Oh, and then no, and then they had a moment. She looked at him and said, "I got you." And I was like,
Mhm.
"So, yo, Iris? Like, Iris is
Don't
gone
worry
out of the
about
picture.
Iris.
This man straight up. Don't worry about Iris.
Uh,
Oh shoot! And you know what? Supergirl don't care
mm,
what timeline you from, because earlier it was
uh,
Youngberry that told her that he got her.
oh, really?
So
Uh,
Supergirl just, yeah, because he had the speed or whatever, right?
Mm, I believe so.
Because he was in the
I
suit,
think.
right? Yeah, because he was in the suit.
Yeah, he was in Future Berry's suit. Yeah,
Wasn't
Future
it though?
Berry
It
had
was
his suit.
right. The yeah, right. Or am I
Mm.
misremembering it? Or was it a dude in a beanie carrying her in that scene?
Well, no. Future Berry was carrying him because he
It was
didn't have a
flat.
suit. He just had the winter coat. He just had the winter coat
Okay,
on.
okay, okay.
He
There you
was
go. There you
carrying
go. I
her.
misremembered that. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Future Bear was holding her. Okay, so it was. It's no cross. It's no cross. It's no cross. Apologize for that. That's
Mhm.
but they
And we
they have a
mentioned
little quick romance moment.
how Supergirl made the decision to save humanity within 5 minutes. It's like she was like, humanity's not worth saving. Oh, actually, yeah, humanity is worth
Yeah,
saving now.
for
Yeah.
us, yeah, no lie. For us, it was. Oh wait. We did miss.
Mm.
We missed the at some point before because we get that scene or is it yeah they had already decided we get that scene where she goes after she leaves we see her go to the meeting between Zod and the government where Superman would have
Oh
been with the
yeah.
government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so
Right.
she does get to see like
Mm-hmm.
so when she does come back, she does end up talking about how Zod is about war and how this suit is about peace. Barry even shows like, yeah, I do know about this because she asks, do you know what this means? And he's like, hope.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she goes like, this is why I'm still gonna help and I'm still uh, go against this because this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then Batman starts having a nice little moment. He's looking at everybody get together, and he's just like, "Oh, what's that team that we had again?" And then young Barry is like, "Oh, the Justice League," and Barry's like, "Oh, we're still missing a couple people, but yeah, we are the Justice League, but we need a Batman." But I was thinking, like, I mean, no, Batman already said that this is our team. He already agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like, but I
Right.
guess it's just Barry being awkward, but.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then
And then
they
Young Barry, he starts making his suit using the old Batman suit. So
there you go.
he starts spray painting it and instead of putting a lightning bolt all over it and stuff. Cutting the bat ears
Yeah,
off.
it was a normal
So he's
montage. That part made it
yeah.
worth it.
Mm,
I actually
that
laughed at
was
that. Theater had a nice little laugh.
yeah. And then after that
Uh,
we had the Let's Get Nuts moment with Batman. He says that line again, and then they're off
yeah,
to the desert. And, and yeah, off to the desert. Kryptonians are killing the U.S. Army people, and honestly, like I feel that the dude Zod, I feel like I, I know that that he actually did come back, that actor, but it felt like some scenes like were they reusing just old footage. But I know that he was actually there, but it was just like I could care less, you know. It was like there was like really no build up with Zod or whatever. But I guess it's not the
yeah. It
point.
was like
We're not here, you know. It's just it's
but
just
we were
whatever.
there for Zod. No lie.
Yeah,
Like I was that was super
yeah,
exciting for me. I wanted to see like how they would
mm,
finish it, but I mean, but then we get to the point where they're there to fight Zod. We get some really
mm,
nice action. We get the discovery or not discovery, but future Barry warns young Barry about energy dissipation or whatever, and what
mm,
ends up happening is that young Barry starts blowing up, or like he tries to harness it at some point.
mm,
Like we're pretty like relatively early in the fight, right?
yeah,
Like he tries to.
yeah.
I think the first
Mm-hmm.
one. I think the first thing he tries to do is what was it? He tries to punch. Yeah, he tries to punch somebody, and that doesn't work out because he
Mm-hmm.
gets cut. He ends up getting into a little altercation. And then after that, Future Barry tells him to just, hey, just kick people. And then up to a certain point, that wasn't completely working, and then he discovers, right.
He
Was this
tells him
about
to do something with the fingertips or something.
with the
Like
fingertips? Yeah, yeah. He was like, do
yeah.
fingertips, and then they
Mm-hmm.
start blasting lightning all over the place. So it was a cool
Uh,
little cool, showing Flash using different abilities that he can do, but we've never seen him do in
mm-hmm.
in the movies. Um,
Yeah.
then well, what else did we say? Oh, and speaking of abilities, we got to see Flash make a around this time now, make a tornado, do a tornado
Uh,
attack.
yeah.
That actually looked
Yeah.
pretty
That
cool. It
was
wasn't
cool.
corny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Man.
then they
When
ended
do
up
do we get
fighting.
that?
It gets this is.
We got Superman reveal. What Zod did. When
Oh,
Supergirl's talking to him.
yeah. This is about where that would happen. Yeah, this is about where that happened.
Mm,
So
mm,
it like flips to I'm sure around this point it flip to Kara's point of view, or what the battle that she's having, and she's on this ship with Zod. Because right now the Flashes are not fighting Zod. They're not going even after like the main super people. They're going after the smaller Kryptonians and stuff like that. So Kara
mm-hmm,
is on the Kryptonian ship talking to Zod, and the conversation leads to he's not Clark is not here, da da da, and Zod responds in a sense like, yeah, we know Clark isn't here.
mm-hmm,
And she's like, what do you mean, like, hey, what did you do to Clark? And he just like, and in a way almost like that, he was like, I'm sorry about it. He kind of said it
mm,
in that way. It felt like he was just like, the baby did not make it or whatever. And he felt like it was either one, he felt genuinely felt bad, or two, he was like, I know I'm gonna get my ass whooped for a little bit. You know what I mean?
uh,
He got thrown around by Kara. Starts going to a fight. I thought she was gonna mess him up. I thought they're gonna make a real point of like, oh, Kara's like a different fighter. She's not like Superman. We're about to see Kara like kill Zod, and then maybe something goes crazy later on in the movie, and then that's when, like we talked about earlier. Was it what was he? What's his name?
hmm.
The other Flash, the bad guy.
Dark Flash. Yeah.
Dark Flash.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dark Flash. I thought that she was gonna kill Zod, and then eventually we see Dark Flash. But no, so there's a back and forth, a decent amount of back and forth. Um, it gets to a point where uh uh it's well, not okay, no, kind of skipping over. It looks like Supergirl has won the fight. There is a lot of back and forth, but then it looks like Supergirl has won the fight at a certain point, and
Mm-hmm.
she tries to call off the world engine on Zod's arm computer thing, on his little shrapnel thing. And
Mm-hmm.
while she's doing that, Zod wakes up or something and stabs her with a Kryptonian dagger that penetrates, Kryptonian skin, and like, punctures her heart or whatever, and then sucks out the genetic coding that he ends up, before we move past it, but he reveals that she has the genetic coding of all the Kryptonians or whatever inside of her.
Right.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, I
Yeah.
forget Superman's father's name, but Jor-El. There you go, Jor-El. Uh, he put it in her, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he takes it, and before that, because we've been following Supergirl. Before that, I'm pretty sure with the Flashes, we see Batman going with the Batwing, wanting to go after a carrier or
The
whatever, right?
mothership. Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
mothership, he tries to go after it, shoot it up with rockets, gets targeted, he gets shot out of the sky, and he's like on his way down or whatever. I think we see him crash, and then like I said, Supergirl gets stabbed. Young Barry sees Supergirl get stabbed, and older Barry sees Ban Batman
Batman
die,
crashes into the
crash or
ship.
whatever.
Yeah, he
He
sacrifices
just straight
himself,
up
even
crashes
though
into the ship. Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
even though
yeah.
the
He
missile
gets
didn't
shot
work.
out, and then he's like, "I'm not going alone."
Yeah,
This man
I don't know
said,
how
"I'm
that
not
makes
going out
sense.
alone." Yes, you are. He didn't
Like,
like. I don't. Did it show the ship falling?
no, no, I don't. No, the ship was still up
It,
because the missiles didn't work. So what made him think
yeah,
that him crashing the ship? When
that's what I'm saying, bro. It didn't.
he died for
Like you should have
nothing.
went for
He
the
sacrificed.
Kryptonians on the floor, and honestly, you just would have did damage to them. Like they
Yeah,
would have got back
yeah.
up, but at least you would have did something to the Kryptonians.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
they get sad. They're like, not they actually. Youngberry starts panicking.
Hmm.
So they're talking together a little bit, and then Youngberry's just like, hey, we can go do that, and Future Berry is just like, hey, you're not ready for that, and he's like, uh. How much you in a bed, or you in a bed, or something like that, or like, are you sure about that? And then he just starts running. Future Berry starts chasing after him, and eventually they make it into the Speed Force, the timeline ball,
Hmm.
and
They get back to the
that's
CGI
whenever they
room.
start trying again a CGI room, and
Mm,
then they keep on trying again and again because Future Berry is like, hey, I did it before. Let's try a couple times, I guess. And then naturally,
mhm.
does anything significant happen? They just try a bunch of times, and we see that it's not working, right?
Yeah, see, it's not
Yeah,
working.
that's it, right?
Yeah, pretty much because the worlds
All right,
we haven't
so
gotten to the worlds colliding yet. Right?
yeah, we haven't gotten there.
That's coming up. Yeah.
So they do, yeah, they do that a little bit,
Mhm.
and then eventually the Flash tries to calm young Flash down, and he's like, "Hey, we need to stop. I got to tell you the real reason why I came back here." They have the actual conversation. Why? Because we forgot to mention that little plot point too. But he goes like, "Why?"
Mhm.
Because mom died or whatever. And then he said, "How do you know that?" We saw him earlier, not eavesdropping, but here accidentally
Mhm.
hearing why Barry came back in
Right.
time. Uh,
Hmm. Yeah.
uh,
And
so he
then we
reveals
noticed
that, and they
too,
have the
like every time he
conversation.
came back, like we noticed, like he get all those shards of Kryptonian shit in his body,
Yeah,
and you thinking like, oh, okay, so this is what it's leading up to. Okay, so
yeah.
he's
I
gonna.
actually at that point I was
Mm,
until it got serious when he had one with like during the first initial battle when he was using it to fight.
mm-hmm,
Or during the second battle. It was the second battle he got it. It was the second battle that he got it.
mm,
That the first retry. I thought it was just like a cool thing. I was just like, oh, this
mm,
Flash is gonna have a thing. But by the time he had like 4 or 5 on him, I was like, oh,
uh,
yeah, this looks
yeah,
familiar.
yeah,
They did so they did it again and again. Flash is telling him to stop. And then eventually Young Barry's just like, what am I supposed to let go? You just gonna go back and kill mom? Or like let mom die? And she's like, Future Barry's like, she'll always be with us in another timeline. Da, 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 da. And Young Barry looks at Future Barry and just straight to go, "You're full of shit, bro." And I was like,
mm-hmm,
yeah, that was from the heart, bro. That was from the heart. That
yeah.
man said, "You're full of shit, bro." um, and then that's when uh, do they fight or do they immediately get interrupted by Dark Flash?
I think they get interrupted by Dark Flash. Yeah,
All right, they
yeah,
get
they get
interrupted by Dark
interrupted, and
Flash,
they like
and
getting little
he's
wrestle
about
with
to
him a
get
bit.
a
And
yeah.
he's got purple lightning and shit. Like his
Mm,
lightning is purple. And that's when I don't know which berry it was, but they take a piece of his mask off, and then that's when they reveal like, oh, this dude he's an old berry. He's like an much
yeah.
older berry. Mm, he was, who is young Barry, like old Barry is who young Barry will eventually become as
Yeah,
many
it's
times
this
as he goes back.
other alternate timelines. Yeah,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
crazy to think,
Yeah.
because
Mm.
the more you think about it, the more like not interesting, but like complex the story, because it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
that's how time goes by. This one's all over the place. It's like when it comes to like time travel, this one's like doing all of it. Like it's literally
Yeah.
just it's breaking every rule on purpose, and not slowly, like very fast to the point like you can't really think about it. And then but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he talks about it, and it's not even like a huge battle. The comes in, beats up older Flash, and then younger Flash intervenes. Yeah, and like you said, take off his mask. And
Hmm.
then he starts begging, not begging, but he starts saying, "I just need more time." He's explaining, like they all talk about it, like you said, and he starts saying, I've almost figured it out," and that's when the universes collide, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The
Right,
Easter egg
universe start to
galore.
collide, and we
Is-
yeah, and honestly, I wish we could see more of it. It wasn't quite enough for me, but it was cool. It was cool, and my favorite one. I don't know what yours was, but it was for me. It was the Nicolas Cage. Love
I think
seeing
that's
it.
everybody's
Like,
favorite one. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, wait. Even there was. I'm sure that there were people that like the OG Superman. You know what I mean? The one
Hmm.
that I forget his
Hmm.
name, but yeah, he popped up.
Yeah.
Classic Superman school. I actually my if I'd say third place would be the old school Flash, black and
Oh,
white
okay.
Flash, running in
Hmm.
his own time thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Uh,
cool. Yeah. I just found
which
it,
honestly, it
I
feels
guess
like that
at
was like
first
a
watching it, huh?
no. I was like that
What you
was
say?
honestly kind of interesting, because that means that Flash is going back in time himself. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because the other references
Yeah.
were just references, but that Flash's universe was having his own Flashpoint, I guess, or was doing his own time jumping or whatever the fuck.
Right, because he
So
was
that's
in his
cool.
own CG room. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, right. I felt at first seeing this, I felt a little off-putting because I guess it was just all, it wasn't real. It's animation. Like they were all just animated, all these cameos
Yeah,
and stuff.
I was trying to
Yeah,
be nice, but
yeah,
yeah. If you bring it up, it
yeah,
was really bad. Look, I mean, Nicolas Cage barely looked like Nicolas Cage.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Um,
they just looked like it
I
was
didn't
just
quite
all big
understand
ass
the
video
reason to do
games.
it, but
Huh.
or maybe people just didn't want to be involved with it. They're like, yeah,
Mm,
you can use my likeness, but I'm not like
mm.
filming.
I guess. And I,
I
I
guess no,
guess I
because I
guess
mean, you're
that's
still
more
giving their
respectful
likeness. I don't know.
for the people who are dead, like Christopher Reeves and Adam West. I guess
Ah,
that's
so
more
like, why not
respectable
just
to
do it all the way
them.
around?
Mm.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to CGI their face onto another person. I guess. I
Is
don't
that more
know.
respectful? Isn't I feel like that's the same amount of respect.
People have been saying it's more respectful, but yeah, I honestly don't think. I think it's almost as bad. I was like, I don't think it
Because
matters either way. I think
even if you make a
it's still the
CGI,
same.
even if you make a CGI, bro, you need
Hmm.
and for people, you literally need a mocap actor. There's still someone playing
Right.
that CGI character, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's fine if you get some live action stuff and give a dude makeup and then do a little bit of CGI on top instead of the
Hmm.
whole thing. But
Yeah.
they did that. They did that. And then very quickly, uh young Flash, like they're it seems it's real calm. It's a real calm conversation. Things are just going crazy, a lot of references, and then it goes back to Dark Flash. And
Hmm.
does he start like killing Future Flash?
Yeah, he's about to like stab him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's,
about to stab him, and then old Flash, I mean, young Flash, attacks Dark Flash, and no. He switches place with with Future Flash,
yeah, he steps
right?
in
He
front of him to
switches the,
take
like,
the.
yeah, steps in front of him and takes the hit.
Yeah.
And I was about to call him Saboteur. Dark Flash ends up going away because the paradox been broken because he never existed. And
hmm
then and it was very, yeah, it happened real very, like, too fast for me.
Yeah,
I
that was
wanted to
very
see
quick.
like a nice battle between Dark Flash and Young Flash,
Yeah, that's what I
because
wanted
that would
too.
mean that, because if he created himself, that would be like an ultra paradox, where it's like now young you is deciding that future him is trash. Like it's that would be cool as
hmm
fuck. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But no.
Mm.
They ended up, so that ended pretty quickly. The way that it ends after that, I feel, is that Flash gets up and he just starts going back in time immediately, right?
He goes back to the
He's
store
already up. He
with
just
the to.
goes back to the store. You see everybody that we've met, I think Batman, Supergirl, people, they
Mm.
just turn into sand. He goes back in time, goes in the store, and he uh ends up actually talking to his mom, because he's like, I guess, what's a conversation worth? What's wrong with the conversation? Well, a little
Uh,
bit. We'll talk about that later. But he talks to
uh,
his mom before he gives back or takes away the tomato paste, tomato sauce, the green can,
mm.
not the red one, I think. And
I'm not gonna lie.
as
This
a, I
got
love,
me. This got me
I miss my
balling.
mom.
This.
Yeah, no, it got me. You were
Uh,
balling though. You were like,
uh.
oh, mom.
I was like tears
But
would come in my
it
eyes
got me.
like
I
as
was
the
in my. I was in
conversation
my.
was going.
Oh shit! Yeah, you were
Yeah,
there. You were there.
yeah,
Oh shit! Hey, respect
yeah,
on Ezra Miller's The Flash.
yeah.
So he starts talking to his mom, and Ezra Miller is actually, props on him. Actually, legitimately, he actually did, like, when he is doing emotional acting, he sounds like someone who's crying. Like, he sounds like someone
Mm-hmm.
who's going through something, and like he's like trying to get past getting the words out, you know. And
Yeah.
he's doing that. Uh, he's starts going on the thing of like he's gonna miss his mom. He ends up hugging his mom, and uh, during the while she's caressing his cheek, and starts speeding up, and he takes the tomato paste out of the uh basket, and then he places his face in her hand again, says like things like, I love
Mm-hmm.
you, and like, I love you more. Her thing, I love you more, love you forever, or something
Yeah.
like that. That's when you started
Mm-hmm.
crying. And then
Mm-hmm.
he
Yeah.
introduces time, and then she smiles. And then he says I'm sorry, and then he goes.
Mm-hmm.
um and
Yeah.
then
And is this also when
he puts the
does
tomato.
he put the tomato paste at the top?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He goes, he puts the
Uh,
tomato paste. Yeah, he puts the tomato paste on the top shelf. Well, he puts it back on the normal spot, I think, at first, and then he looks up and then sees the camera, and then I think,
mm.
I don't know if they showed it, but I think what he did is that he moved really fast and restacked the shelf. I think that's
Uh,
what he did, because the other tomato cans are still on the bottom.
mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? If you go to a store, the green tomato cans, if you move one on the top, the other green ones are gonna be on the bottom. So it'd probably still be the one that Dad saw first. So honestly, I'd say that he probably, that's because I needed details. I was like, come on now, I worked at a store a long time. There's more cans on the bottom. He go for the, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
he
Uh-huh.
puts it shows he has an idea, and he puts the green can on top, and the green can's on top, and he goes back in time, or goes back to where or goes back to the future. Haha. and then
Mm, mm,
he's like, "Hey, this is right." I know, but then realizes he's late for court. Goes to the courtroom, and then we get to see the upscaled footage shown with his dad now looking up. So two things. So he went back in time to fix his mom getting killed so that things could be relatively normal. But he changed two things. Two things being his mom met his future self before she passed
mm-hmm.
away. Because,
Right.
so if she even had a conversation with someone about who she met that day, that's different. And then two, saved his dad. So all good is these things, whatever. But he goes outside, relatively normal. He calls Bruce, and he's telling Bruce over the phone, "Hey, all of this happened. It's crazy. I took I know you gave me advice, but I did it. But I promised I fixed everything. Da da da." And then we're like, "You're like, great. I'll see you in a little bit." And then I wasn't under any suspicion at all. I was like, that sounds like Ben Affleck, I guess. And then the car
Mm,
pulls up. I don't know what kind of car is it. It's blacked out though. And then the
mm-hmm.
door opens, and I'm like, why are they putting it like this? Why is it setting up like this? Why am I seeing his
Mm-hmm.
shoes? And then the camera starts panning up, and it's George Clooney.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about
George,
that?
George, George. Uh, I heard that this was a possibility. Like I heard rumors that this was part of the ending. At first, I thought it was being
I
Michael
didn't hear
Keaton because
anything
there's
about
actually set
this.
photos. Like there's actually set photos of Michael Keaton next to that car in the same suit as George Clooney.
No,
So, and also Supergirl was in the crowd there as well. So I guess that's a different ending that could have been.
I think
I guess
it's
that I guess
reshoots. Yeah, that's got to be reshoots.
yeah, before James Gunn's
Michael
DC
Keaton said,
universe,
"Nah."
because you heard how they were planning to make Michael Keaton the Batman of the DC universe now when they were
Yeah, I heard
when they
about
were
that. I
trying
heard
to
about that at one point.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It
So I
doesn't
guess
look like they're
that's what
doing that
that
no
would have
more.
been. Yeah. So, but I
I
thought
can see
George
George
Clooney. I
Clooney
thought
doing
I
that
thought that was
Batman
funny.
and Beyond. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Beyond funny, I was like, I'd be interested in seeing George Clooney do a serious role, a serious, like a more
Yeah.
serious Batman. Like, I mean, it's Batman's not
Hmm.
serious, it's comic book, but I'd like to see George Clooney go at it again. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
but if he does go at it, you know what it means, though, right?
Huh.
That we get another. We if we do get George Clooney another movie, then that
Mm-hmm.
means that Ezra Miller
Uh-huh.
stays the Flash
Yeah. Yeah.
because he does
One
not
thing. One
change. He does
thing.
not change.
Yes. One thing. It confused me too because I always thought that even the George Clooney Batman movie and the Val Kilmer Batman movie, I thought that those, even though Michael Keaton's not there, I thought those were supposed to be sequels to the Michael Keaton Batman. I thought those were supposed to be continuation. So I thought that's even though it's not Michael Keaton, the Val Kilmer and George Clooney, they're supposed to be the Michael Keaton Batman. That's what I always thought, and like that was a part of one series,
Uh,
those four Batman movies, you know. But because they had the same Alfred throughout,
I
it was the same Alfred
nah, bro.
throughout those four movies.
Spaghetti, bro. Spaghetti.
Uh, uh yeah,
There
that's
you
right.
go.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
things are the same. Some things ain't the same. Sometimes they're just because we wrote it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
true.
But spaghetti, bro.
Yeah.
Nah. So
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, no lie, bro. No lie.
Mm-hmm.
Spaghetti, bro. That is how life
Yeah.
works, bro. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, man. It all comes back to
But
the
after
spaghetti.
that, it comes back to spaghetti. And honestly, at
Mhm.
the Flash really ruined everything, dude. He did still end up changing everything, and he just has to be okay with, okay, this is what I did.
Yeah, that's one thing
It's the way
I
it is now.
like like the resolution was that he learned, but also he didn't learn from his mistakes because he still did change
Yeah,
something.
he still
He
changed the past. He changed the past.
yeah
He didn't go,
yeah
"Oh, I shouldn't mess with this." He went, "Oh, I shouldn't do that." He was like, "After all this
yeah.
stress, I think I actually know what I'm okay with doing now. I'm gonna get
Mm-hmm.
in and get out. I'm not gonna go for the details. I'm gonna get in and get out." All right, George Clooney,
uh-huh,
get in, get out. Right? I'll take it. I'll take it.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I'll do one change a year. One change a year.
One change, one change, just one little change. I can't save anybody from dying, but I can do little changes. I can do,
Little
just
things,
little.
bro. Little things.
Uh, uh, and,
Like
but
save my
no,
mom from dying. Small things. Small things, dude.
small things, small things.
Small
Uh,
things.
yeah, and then how does it end?
But
Oh,
all
it
right,
ends with
and then
he's
after
gonna go
that,
on a date with
yeah,
uh,
with Iris, they meet up and
mhm,
like I think or whatever they go on a date. And then I mean, shoot, the movie ends.
mhm.
Right, that was the George Clooney thing.
Yeah.
The I think the date happened beforehand or maybe after, but
Oh yeah, the
the
date
movie
happened
ends after
before, and
that,
then
and
yeah,
then
it ended with the George Clooney.
yeah,
Yeah,
ended with the George
uh,
Clooney,
and his teeth popping out,
and
his
then
tooth popping out. Yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, he smiled and then his tooth popped out because yeah. But
yeah.
then movie ends, and then uh, after credits, Jason Momoa uh
Mhm.
as what to call it as Aqualad as Aquaman,
Aquaman.
and
Yeah.
oh shoot, now not thinking about it, him saving his dad and saving his mom resulted
Mm.
in Aquaman being a not cool drunk. He's a
Oh,
not
oh
cool
yeah,
drunk. He
because he
used to
was
be
able to
drinking
hold his
whiskey and going
liquor.
swimming, having his hair. Yeah, he is now a drunkard. He is falling asleep in homeless man's piss on the corner of Gotham or whatever they're at.
Mm. Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so he
Mm.
ruined Aquaman's life, bro.
Yeah. 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 One thing I've been hearing a lot about this post-credit scene, especially people are saying like it's a bullshit post-credit scene. You don't need to stay for it. At the same time, though, I feel like in their conversation, I feel like people are missing. They're not really listening in on the conversation that they were having. Like Barry was explaining to Aquaman, like, yeah, so I kept changing the timeline. There's all these different Batmans that I met, but but Arthur, you were the constant thing. Like you're always Aquaman and stuff. So I was saying like it's not an official announcement if Ezra Miller is going to continue at the Flash, but if they do decide, like, is this the gateway to the DC
Yeah.
universe? It's like Aquaman, Jason Momoa is always Aquaman, but we have a new Batman now. We just don't know who that new Batman is. If this is indeed in connection to the new DC universe, even though it hasn't been fully announced yet, but hinted at, I'm just a little confused.
Nah, okay. I don't
That's
think this is. I
mm,
think this is their like Spider Verse. How Sony is able to connect their their the multiverse. It's just DC actually just taking decent steps in it. They're using an old property to explain to like the old
mm,
fans and the new fans, like or really to the old fans, like, hey, this is still valid. It is technically canon. This is the Snyderverse. This is the DCU. This is whatever you want to call it. This is a thing.
mm,
We are moving on. I heard that James Gunn said that apparently Blue Beetle. This is what I heard. I think I'm pretty sure at
mm,
least that Blue Beetle is apparently in his eyes the first new DC movie of his thing. Like apparently he's confident enough in it and likes it, and maybe they made a few changes to where he's like, yeah, this is a part of my universe. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
mm.
So with
Oh,
this, it's
okay.
just like, yeah, this is valid. It's old universe, but
Mm,
I think that if they do continue this stuff, I think there's probably like a 40% chance that they're gonna continue using Ezra Miller for this universe. Like I said, it's not possible for them to do anything else because of. I mean, yeah, they can recast, but honestly, when it comes to that last scene was like what, 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? Of like
Mm.
everything's fixed and we go back to the present or whatever. Like they could have
Uh-huh.
got someone different and shot that scene and been like, oh yeah, or like they could have taken that scene kind of out and been like him realizing like the whole tooth falling out. It could have been like him realizing that
Mm.
that he looks completely different going back because
Mm.
he hasn't looked at a
Okay.
reflection yet. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, I see. I see what you're
like,
saying. If they would have
but
made
they didn't do it.
changes
They
to
didn't do that.
start this, yeah, they would have done it
To
then.
yeah,
But
if they wanted to use it, but if so, then if they're gonna do it, it's like I don't know, it'd be weird. But
mm.
I mean, I don't know. How would you be down to see another Ezra Miller Flash movie?
I mean, I enjoyed him as the Flash. He's typically the way he acted was different, much different than I would think the Flash would act. But again, that's his Flash. But
Yeah,
I
he's more
I
awkward.
could see him. Yeah, I don't know if he has autism, something like that. I don't know, but
Yeah, no,
like, I mean,
he's definitely supposed to be on the spectrum.
mm,
He's all with the I
I
don't have
would.
friends even in the old Batman movies.
Mm, 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 I wouldn't mind seeing him
Antisocial.
come back, despite all the stuff
I
he's
wouldn't.
done
I
in the
mean,
real world.
I heard that he threw a chair at someone's head.
I heard that too. Yes, yes.
Are you saying that you're
Yeah.
pro chair throwing?
Approach it. What's that? What's that? That say people say you got to separate the art from the actor.
From the
Gotta
artist.
oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dude,
Separate the art from the artist. I don't know.
it's gonna make
I
me
don't
sound
know.
goofy, bro. But Hitler was an artist, bro.
Uh, I don't condone everything he's done. That's although
He done
I
no,
wouldn't
for sure, for
mind seeing
sure.
him as a Flash again. It's just like he's done some terrible things, and it's like if he can still continue on, and somebody like Jonathan Majors uh, can't, even though we don't know the full context, if that's true or not,
Yeah,
what he
that's
did.
true.
If it is true, that's terrible, and nobody should have to go through that. But if it's not true, and he still ends up losing that role, and Ezra still gets to go on, then you know that's kind of
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
like at this point, that situation's so frustrating. You're like, look, just come on, just let it all go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's do the
Yeah,
movies, man. Let's make the movie.
yeah, no,
Sure, I doubt Ezra.
no.
I hope. Well, I have hope that Ezra's not gonna be doing anything crazy like that anytime soon, ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be leveled out now. I think he's gonna be good, or they're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I
Yeah,
forget. I used to work at JC
yeah,
Penney and I used to see all
mm-hmm.
the makeup ads. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
apologize. I'm from Texas, so I forget all the time. But ain't no disrespect on it. Trust that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's just
Uh,
ignorance. Uh,
mhm.
but
Uh,
yeah, it was a good movie. For me personally, I rated it out of 5 stars. I give it like 4.3, 4.3, just because it was a little bit rushed at the end. That's my
mhm,
official 4.3. You know what I mean?
mhm,
And yours was
mhm.
what, 3.7?
Uh, yeah, about 3.7. Yeah, yeah, about that.
All right,
Yeah,
bet.
it was a good
All
movie
right,
though. Good
so
movie
shoot.
overall. Just a lot of problems.
Yeah, I'd
People
say
on
go
that
watch it.
messy third
I'd
act.
say go watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
Messy third act, but
yeah.
if you like
Could
comic book movies, for sure, it's not a if you like comic book movies, go watch it because oh you like just because there's comic book like I know it gets made fun of, but Morbius, you know, I mean Black Adam gets made fun of. I mean, shoot,
mm-hmm.
what's like a recent other ones that people make fun of? You know, Bloodshot. Like, sure, like there's some comic book movies that they're comic book movies. I mean, no one likes a lot of people don't, at least. The people like it. Some people like it, but the second Harley Quinn movie, first Suicide movie, yes, they're a comic book movie. I'm gonna go watch it. Now, this is a movie where you're genuinely gonna have some entertainment out of it. You're gonna it's gonna be nice. It's
Mm.
real interesting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
shoot, are you
No,
ready to
that's
close
it.
this out?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Definitely
All right,
overall
bet,
fun
bet, bet.
time. You know, fun time, fun watch, very fun, enjoyable time. You know, yeah. No, but yeah. The
All
end of the
right,
day,
all
I
right.
had fun. I had fun breaking this down. It was a long breakdown, but hey, I had fun going
It
through
was
the
a long
plot.
breakdown. It was a
You know,
long breakdown. Yeah, we'll try to. I
yeah,
don't know. I feel like we probably need to like learn how to condense this a little bit better next time. I don't know how long we were doing this, but
yeah.
how long were? Let me look at this right here. How long were we doing this? 2 hours. But
Oh,
all
two
right,
hours.
that's a
Yeah.
2 hour breakdown. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
as
yeah.
long as a movie.
So
Fuck,
next
yeah.
time,
Hey,
what was the song of the
yeah.
movie, bro? We went over the movie, bro. We went over the movie and gave commentary. That was your
Uh,
idea, dude.
uh,
Uh,
yeah.
I kind of regret it. I kind of regret it, bro.
You regret
Not
it.
gonna lie. Halfway I regret it, bro. Halfway I regret it.
We know for next time what
Oh,
not to do.
that's it.
Just yeah, it's too
Yeah. No,
long.
we just gotta be
Too
faster about it. You gotta be faster about it, bro. No, not as many
yeah.
opinions. But
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
appreciate the view. I'm sure Frank's gonna go ahead and tell people to go and watch the video. Appreciate it. You know what I mean. We got other videos. Go ahead and watch those. We watched the Microsoft conference that happened recently where they revealed Starfield. If you like that, we also watched the Ubisoft conference. That was a decent one. It wasn't the best. It was Microsoft obviously was better, but that was pretty good.
Mm.
And I think we also talked about. Did we do another one?
I think that was
We're
it.
working
I don't
on the
think we did
thing.
a Capcom one.
I think that's it, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we didn't do it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were planning on doing a Capcom one. Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah. So appreciate the view. Appreciate the time. Go ahead and leave a comment if y'all have anything to say about what we said about the movie or something that we forgot. If we mixed matched parts of the movie and forgot something completely and added something in, let us know.